It's here! The RedMagic 8 Pro is finally here, and in this video, I am going to focus on gaming. I'm sure there'll be a lot of reviewers that focus on the overall device, but I'll be focusing on what I specialize in, which is gaming from a mobile device. This video will be the first of many where I'll be talking about my experience with various games, as well as talking about the new features that you can look forward to on the RedMagic 8 Pro. I also want to thank RedMagic for once again sending me their flagship device so that I can go ahead and show it off on this channel. Anyways, let's get it poppin'. First, the specs of the device provided. The version that I've been using ever since Christmas of 2022 is the RedMagic 8 Pro Void Edition. It contains a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor along with the Red Core 2 gaming chip by RedMagic, which helps the CPU by relieving the stress by taking over tasks such as haptic feedback or the RGB located in the back of the phone. The Void Edition contains 16 gigs of RAM while also containing 512 gigs of storage for all of your favorite games. The display is an AMOLED display with an under-display camera, which is why no notch is in the way of your gaming experience. Now, there's also a matte variant of the device, but that version of the phone contains 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. Everything else besides the design and the specs just mentioned are the exact same. Oh, and let's not forget the 6,000 milliamp hour battery, which I've been able to get hours upon hours during my long gaming sessions without the worry of carrying a charger everywhere. But the device charges within 30 minutes for those who still want to carry around a charger, which makes sense. If you're gaming a lot, the phone's going to die much quicker and you'll definitely want to make sure that it's charged whenever you're playing a game. We can talk about specs all day, but what I want to get into is how this thing performs when playing the most demanding games available. Let's start with one of the most demanding and most popular games on the mobile platform, Genshin Impact. This is the best performance I've seen from a phone for this specific game. Of course, there's one shortcoming that I'll get into in a moment, but this game rarely ever dropped below 60 frames per second. It didn't matter what I did on screen, using ultimates, fighting indoors, fighting outdoors, switching characters, it didn't matter. The RedMagic 8 Pro ate everything Genshin could throw at it, even with the extreme motion blur feature enabled. However, the shortcoming that I mentioned earlier is that we are still locked at 60 frames per second on a device that is capable of 120 frames per second. It makes no sense to me why the team over at HoYoverse has yet to lock the frame rate options behind spec compatibility instead of specific devices. However, if you can get past that, this phone was able to take on whatever Genshin threw at it and remained at 60 frames per second for about 98% of the entire experience. Next, Gran Saga, which is only available in Japan and Korea at the moment. This game is just as challenging on the device as Genshin Impact, as it's an MMORPG that has really high graphic quality. Now, I thought this game was capable of higher than 60 frames per second, but it appears that the option was removed. Even the previous devices that I tested the game on didn't have this option anymore. Once again, another company locking frame rate settings behind devices instead of spec compatibility. The game still runs incredibly well with no graphical stutters. I challenged bosses and normal enemies while also checking out the town where a ton of players gather. This phone ate it up for lunch without any issues. Now, Call of Duty Mobile isn't much of a challenging game to handle on a smartphone, but the fast-paced nature of the game requires a phone to handle 60 frames per second at the very least, especially when you're in intense gameplay situations. This game allows me the perfect opportunity to show off the gaming triggers which allow me to map touch capacitive buttons located on the right side of the device to any space on the screen and use them for whatever action you like. In this case, aim down sight and fire your weapon. I'll just let the gameplay speak for itself for a moment.
Targets in sight.
We're capturing A.
I'm guarding
UAV
this.
online. Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Hunter-killer drone ready for deployment. Lost Bravo. Captured Alpha.
Down.
Losing A. Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed. Lost A.
Targets in sight. Tango down.
Sentry gun ready for deployment. Sentry gun deployed. We capture the mega point.
Honkai Impact 3rd is another demanding action RPG from Hoyoverse, and unfortunately, that means that it's locked behind 60 frames per second for this device, since the phone isn't whitelisted to support higher frame rates, but on the upcoming version of the game, I was still able to utilize the best abilities from the new Bronya, Mei, and Kiana without any issues at all. I made sure to max the graphics at high or very high depending on whatever the max quality was to find exactly what I expected. The game ran smoothly without dipping below 60 frames per second more than once. Check it out for yourself.
Booty touch. Jenna. 冲天降临。激发保险，立即结束，前所反应，全数清除。
Now, these are only 4 games that I tried out and enjoyed. In fact, many of you didn't even notice that I had been streaming from this device for quite some time on my channel. I've played Arknights, BlazBlue Chaos Effect, Eversoul, Brown Dust 2, and Nikke. I managed to play a lot of games on this channel with very little trouble. One of the issues, however, is that the RedMagic 8 Pro doesn't work well with the RedMagic gaming dock due to the size of the actual USB cable on the dock. If it moves, it wiggles, and that prevents the devices attached from remaining connected. I'm hoping that RedMagic considers making a new gaming dock for this phone specifically. They also introduced a brand new feature by the name of Gravity X, which allows you to connect a controller of your choice either by USB-C or Bluetooth, regardless of if the game supports it or not, and it will detect the controller and give it the control scheme needed to use it in supported games. However, for unsupported games, you could even map buttons to the screen if the game doesn't support controllers. This will fix any issues that some games or emulators have with mapping controls. Now, what's good about this feature is that RedMagic is also working on a brand new mobile phone controller in collaboration with GameSir. However, I'm not sure if this will release globally or if it will remain exclusive to China. Overall, the RedMagic 8 Pro is the best mobile gaming phone that I've ever used. RedMagic knows exactly what they're doing in this category. I just hope that they start reaching out to developers of the mini mobile games so that the games that don't support 120 frames per second on this phone specifically, despite their games supporting these frame rates, so that we can get the most out of this phone with the help of the developers. Anyways, let me know what you think of the RedMagic 8 Pro and what other games you'd like me to test on the device as well. Have a wonderful day, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay chaotic. Bye-bye now.